Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking out the channel today. And on today's episode, we have Tamiya Black Editions. So yes, I thought I'd get these all out together and have a little look at them. Now, funny thing is, just before I was going to start filming this video, I was about to press the record button, and suddenly the bin men arrived. And they were creating a bit of a racket, so I thought I'd better stop. But yes, anyway, so the bin men got in the way. But here we go. This is my small range of Tamiya Black Edition cars. And the reason this video came about is because it suddenly dawned upon me one day that I've got quite a few black coloured RC cars. So I've probably, like, subconsciously over the years, I've had a fair few without really realising it. And then because Tamiya have brought out these black editions, without again subconsciously think about it, I'll see it coming up as a release, and I'll go, I like the look of that. Yeah, I'll have to get one of those. And then before I knew it, I've got 4 of them. And of course, as well, I didn't bring it out because it's not strictly a black edition. But if you're familiar with the channel, then I'm sure most of you will have seen my Tamiya DT03 Sand Viper, which sports black wheels and basically a black body shell with a few decals on. But again, so to me it's kind of like a black edition, but obviously it's not. So I didn't sort of bring that out for this video. Now, we've got 4 of the buggies here, and almost without realising it, I've put them out in the order that they were released in, from, for me, from right to left. So, here, you've got the 2015 Grasshopper Black Edition. And then you've got here the 2019 the 2019 DT03 Racing Fighter Black Edition. But this sported quite a few hop-ups within the kit. And you've got here, these last 2 are both 2021. You've got the, again, this is the Fighter Buggy RX Memorial Edition on the DT01 chassis. And then you've got here the Grasshopper 2 Black Edition, which literally came out certainly in the UK just a few weeks ago. So yeah, so I thought I'd get these all out, and I'd just give have a little chat about them and anything I've done to them. Now, still, out of all 3, I still like this one the most. I love it. I just love the fluorescent yellow wheels. The body shells are classic anyway, but the decals, the choice of colour, you've got the red, fluorescent yellow, and the grey. I think it looks great. You've got the white springs, which you'd find also on the Young Watanabe Hornet as well. And just the whole thing, I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. So that's, I think, is pushing it as my favourite, that one. Out of the 3, I just love it. And for me, still, I've said it before, but I think that is the nicest Grasshopper Tamiya have produced in terms of colourway and looks. That's, love it. Okay, and then we'll have a look at this, which is the DT03 Racing Fighter Black Edition. Now, for this one, get my notepad out of the way a minute. For this one, Tamiya put quite a few hop-up options on it, unlike the other 3, which are pretty standard apart from a change in, sort of like decals and body colour and wheels. But anyway, this one, a bit like the DT02 tuned version of the kit, it came with a few hop-ups, but this one actually has more. So what they did with the DT03 is they made the chassis black, the shock towers front and rear are both in black, and the steering knuckle arms are in black. the white on all the others. Excuse me. So you've got all them in black, and then what they did as well, they included turnbuckle tie rods all around. You've got high torque servo saver, which I think you can, well, you might not be able to see, but it's in there. And obviously you've got the red wheels, which aren't a hop up as such, but they're a different colour. I think it's the only wheel colour of the Stardust wheel that's been on the Black Edition, the red one. So it's got black flanged wheel nuts. Again, it's all cosmetic, they're not a hop up option as such. Okay, it came with a 19 tooth pinion, although I've changed mine out for a steel one. As well, rather than a lot of on the DT02s and 03s, a lot of them came with plastic drive shafts and internals. Well, this has got metal dog bones, metal axles, metal out drives, again, which you found on the DT02 tuned chassis. So that was a bonus on that. It came fully ball raced as well. And then you've got the grey oil CVAs. Again, this was the first, I think, if I'm right in saying, that was the first time that they appeared. It was on this particular buggy. Now, the box art for this is meant to be gunmetal grey, but I decided to go all black on this because I like it. I like black, obviously, so I went for black on mine, and it fits in nicely with these. So yeah, so it did. I'm sure I've missed something else off this, but that's generally what came with the kit. So it was a bit of a leap up from the standard DT03 you could buy. Now, extra things I've done to this, I have put a clear DT02 gearbox off a Superfighter G. It's now running a Core RC 15-turn motor and a 1060 quick run Hobbywing ESC. So I've done that to it. I say it's got the 19 tooth steel pinion instead of the kit one, which is a bit soft. And also I've put the carbon fibre reinforced shock tower mounts, bumper and wing stay from the M parts that you can get in carbon reinforced material. So that's what I've done to this. So I've not done a great deal over the original kit, but just a few things. Now, usually I'd have the shock towers done up in carbon and might even change the shocks over to some alloy ones, but I decided not to with this because for me it kept it as it should be, because you don't find the black shock towers on any of the others, and generally you don't find the grey CVAs on any of the other 03s or 02s. So I kept it like it is. It's just a bit of an occasional runner. It gets used, but I thought I'd keep it as it is. You know, I don't need to upgrade this. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's cool. I do like that. I say it does get a run. And so it hasn't been run recently because it had way more dust on it than the rest of these. Incidentally, the Grasshopper one, I don't run this body. I do actually take this one off, and I've got a candy green edition body that I put on this for running about in. I just like the body that much. I don't want to knacker it up. And I do have, incidentally, a spare set of front wheels and a spare set of decals for this as well, but I am looking for another set of rear wheels. Okay, so we move on to the Fighter Buggy RX. This is an ace thing. I love this. Originally, this chassis was seen in 1991 as the Rookie Rabbit. It didn't even have the chassis name of DT01 then, it was just the Rookie Rabbit. So that's when we first saw it, and then Tamiya released this, though it wasn't called a re-release, in 1996 with the white body shell and the sort of almost American flag-like type decals, and it had friction shocks on it, and it was the Fighter Buggy RX. Again, it was used in Germany quite a bit from the Fighter Buggy series, and then just recently Tamiya brought it out as a 25th year commemorative edition. If it hadn't been called the Memorial Edition and it still released this, I'm pretty sure they would have called it a Black Edition. But yeah, so here it is, and again you've got this really nice, I like the Fighter RX shell. They've moulded this in black. Again, you've got the grey CVAs on this. They've borrowed off the DT03. You've got the really nice gold-plated wheels, which are a bit reminiscent of Fox wheels. You know, they had the gold wheels on as well. So it's got these lovely foil gold and red silver decals on. So again, with this one, it is pretty standard. I think, again, the only thing I did was I put it, again, I have a thing for clear gearboxes as well. I've got the clear gearbox off the early Mad Fighters and the limited edition red metallic Mad Bulls. So I've got one of them on there. Core 27 turn brush motor. It's still running the Tamiya ESC you get with it. I put Schumacher racing tyres on this, green mini spikes and green cut staggers on the fronts. We've got foams in as well. It's got a 19 tooth pinion, steel pinion on this as well for a bit extra speed. And I put some heat shrink on the steering linkage just to take a bit of slop out. You can fit a turnbuckle, but I didn't have one, so heat shrink works almost, I'd say almost as well as the turnbuckle. So I've put that on. And again, some nice little red alloy wheel nuts to finish it off. But besides that, just a few little changes. Again, it's pretty kit standard. Though I would like to get some, found some GPM alloy front steering knuckles in red, so I would like to put them on. But yeah, again, it doesn't need it at all, but I just quite fancy doing that. So yeah, here we go. That's it. That's one, and the last one that literally came out a week or so ago is this, which again I think is rather cool. I'm digging this. Now the only thing I'm not overly a big fan about is when you've got the oil shocks, is how high the Grasshopper 2 sits. I mean, it's got slightly bigger wheels, but still, than over the original one. But it's just it still sits a bit too high. So I mean, you can alter that with shock spacers, but I think it should be a bit more here. But you know, that is, you know, neither here or there. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I do like this. I love it. It's a funky thing, and I've been non-stop driving this recently. Absolutely love it. Taking it to Blackpool File Club soon to blast around in our live axle class. So again, this is a completely standard build apart from bearings. All of them have got bearings. So yeah, put the bearings in this. Obviously it's got the oil shocks that came with the export versions of this. So the export kit's got the oil filled dampers. The home market one's just got the normal friction type shocks that would have come with it. And that's all I've done really. Put the bearings in. I've got some nice little orange wheel nuts, as you can see there, just to tie it in with the body. But that is it. It's obviously got the TBL E04 updated ESC in there. But yeah, it's cool. Now actually for a brief period of time I've decided to fit a torque tune motor in this, because it was weird when on my previous video on this, when I fitted in a 540 cam, it didn't seem as quick as my Super Storm Dragon, which I generally use for racing in my live axle class. It just didn't seem as quick at all. I even weighed them, and actually that is lighter. Not by much, but it is a little bit lighter, which I was a bit surprised. I thought the Super Dragon would be lighter, but it's not. So yeah, it just didn't feel as quick. So I don't know, maybe it wasn't a very great 540, I don't know, but I've put a torque tune in just to see what it's like. But if I decide to race this competitively in the live axle class, I'll have to change this back out to a standard 540 motor, because that's what's allowed in them. But yeah, so there you go. They're my Tamiya Black Edition cars. Now Tamiya have done other ones in that series. They've done I know they've at least done one, maybe two of the 1/14th like haulage trucks. I'm sure they did a Globe Liner in a Black Edition, and maybe there's another smaller truck. Now don't quote me on that, but I'm sure they've done at least 1 to 2 in the Black Editions of that. They've also, Tamiya have got there's the Black Edition lunchbox as well, and there's also a Black Edition Clodbuster, which is cool. Now I haven't got them, and I won't be going out of my way to get them either. But you know, they are cool. Now there might be, did they not? I think they did a black edition as well on the CC01 chassis. Now I can't remember which one that was. If it was an FJ Cruiser or was it one of the Pieros or an Isuzu metal top? I can't remember if that was a black edition as well. But I'm sure they did a black edition on the CC01 chassis. If you know which one it is, leave a comment below and let me know. But yeah, Tamiya have a habit of doing these black editions. But I think they're rather cool. I'm particularly attracted to black cars. I think they're ace. So here you go. Just thought I'd show you these ones today. Yeah, okay. So before I do, actually, just in case if anyone's interested in hunting these down, I'll just tell you what the kit numbers are for these as well. And if I remember, I'll try and leave that in the video description. Okay, so the Grasshopper 1 is on kit 84416. The DT03 Black Edition is on kit 84435. Grasshopper 2 Black Edition 47471, and the RX Fighter is on 47460. So they're the kit numbers, and if I think on, I'll put them in the description for you as well. Now obviously you can still get these two. You can probably still get that one as well, I think. That one's discontinued, so that is more what you'll find on the second-hand market. But they do come up. But yeah. Right, okay, I'm definitely going now. Cheers, thanks for watching this video. It's much appreciated. And thanks for all of your continued support. If you want to see more RC content, please consider subscribing to the channel. That would be much appreciated. Hit the like button and notification bell for future videos. Also, we're on Instagram and Facebook group page under Andy Robinson RC. You can find us there as well. Right, okay. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Bye.